Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where off camera I just ran an experiment to check, and I've since reverted it because it necessitated doing some things that we probably don't actually want to do. But what I wanted to check here was whether we could end the Iberian struggle right now by moving our capital back into Andalusia, which of course has now de jure drifted into Navarra. Now, I managed to move our capital here by surrendering in this war. We're of course not going to do that, but just for timing purposes, we had to surrender to that war. We also had to revoke this title here, which we have a 95% chance of. That's fair enough. But what I discovered is once we have this, we're at 9 of 9. We need one additional Andalusian county converted over here. And to be honest, we're only 9% over here. So we're going to hop down over here. We're going to get started converting that, and then we're going to fight our war. And then we're going to do a cheeky play, and that is, of course, just move our county down here, end the struggle, and then move our capital down here, end the struggle, and then move our capital back. That's the idea. While we're at it, just to boost up those odds a little bit, I'm going to sway this guy. So that's the plan for ending the Iberian struggle. That will happen when this conversion is over, in theory. In theory. We'll see how that goes. So for now, we're raising up our forces down over here. And how many do we even need? Like 10k tops? We've got 40k right now. This is more than sufficient. In we go. Phenomenal. So we're making our way in here, and we're seeing just how much of this we end up getting. We're taking the top-level duchy, I believe, and the only duchy title. So we'll see if we get everything here, but I kind of doubt it. I don't think that's how that's going to work. This ransom is acceptable, absolutely, and we should certainly split off some forces and go stack wipe him. No doubt about that. So we'll do something like this and meander on up. Cool. Do we need a siege commander here? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. What is this faction? Liberty? Is this real? At this point, it might be. It likely is. Yeah, this is a real faction. Okay, so we might have to do something about that. We'll keep an eye on that scenario. I do want to think about maybe getting an alliance with this guy. Actually, we can just negotiate with him. Do it. I don't necessarily want to fight this Liberty faction at this moment. So getting him out of that faction is a rather big deal. Is there anyone else who's reasonably powerful here, like Duke level or higher, that we can just negotiate with? The answer is no, but perhaps we can... Interesting. We can't set up any sort of a marriage there. That's fine. Oh, it's because he was a hostage, I think. We need to do something like this then. Yeah, they're related, but we'll do that for now. I don't actually want to fight that faction. So there we go. We're going to head on off over here. We missed these guys again. So we're going to go in and fight them. We are going to grab Avaricious here. Perfect. And there's a stack wipe. This siege will end. Sure, show in this Duke. Serve me well, dude. Phenomenal. Okay, so this war is over. We're going to enforce those demands. Yeah, this is about what I expected to get out of that. Interesting. We would have to usurp his duchy title, and we're definitely going to do that. So we're going to usurp that here. That brings him back to being... Okay, he got this duchy now. Noted. So that's fine. No major issues there. I'm going to grant this over to a noble, and then I'm going to grant this noble that duchy that we just got, the Duchy of Jared here. So that'll be fine. He can hand things out as he sees fit there. Not too concerned about that. And then we do still have this dangerous faction within 6 months. So, what do we want to do about this? We have 2 sons, including 1 non-player heir son. Actually, this is a potentially interesting option right here. Done. Cool. So that's all good. And with that, we're no longer worried about that faction. So that sounds absolutely great. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be worried about that faction. Of course, we're truced with this guy, but that does allow us to fight down over here. Holy warring for... Honestly, this is going to be a county holy war. Okay, so that's only a singular county there. That's fine. So we get this declared. We can also extort subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? And we want to raise up our forces around here. Raising all of our men-at-arms, and honestly, we don't need more than just our men-at-arms. Why take a little when we can take a lot? And we should now spend our gold. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to go through here, spending gold wherever we can. A lot of these places, we're running out of locations to spend gold in, though. We need to get our tech up. That is definitely going to become an issue going forward. It's a good issue to have, to be clear. But it is going to become an issue. But we can spend this up over this way. There's a lot of things up this way that still need upgrading, so that should be absolutely fine. A lot of building upgrades to be done here. Cool. So that'll do for the moment. Then, of course, we're going to come on down over here. This war's honestly already over, unless this guy's powerful. He's not. So that's fine. This was Fazan. Sure. So we're going to need to go after this duchy over here, right? And it's a little bit of an awkward duchy. Noted. How close are we to the kingdom title of Africa? Actually, we can usurp that now. Fascinating. So we usurp that from our cousin, who's going to, of course, be upset about that. Minus 12 reasons. Actually, with low feudal obligations, we can just offer him vassalage. There we go. So that's phenomenal. And then we can do de jure claims out over here. So that seems absolutely fine. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. That's fine. 14 court grandeur? Sounds good. Yeah, let her stay. We're an extravagant host. Excellent. So we're going to fight these guys here. That's no problem whatsoever. Fantastic. An oath of true friendship. Sure, that's fine. And we just discovered court officials, putting us at 10 out of 10 domain. That's magnificent. So next up... I don't care about this. Next up, we're going to go into the late medieval period. Bombards is being worked on right now. We could certainly go for cranes, but I think machicolations is the way to go here. So we're going to go for machicolations at the moment. This war is, of course, over. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband these troops. We're going to grant this over. Phenomenal. And we can transfer this. We can also vassalize Duke Haman of Savoy. Interesting. Under normal feudal obligations, this guy would just become our vassal. That's a little wild. But okay. Cool. I mean, he's not super happy about us. But sure, that's one way to do things. That's one way to expand up over this way. I like it. So that's absolutely great, of course. Now, the question is, how are we doing on this cultural promotion? And the answer is, we need a little more work. We're only 16% of the way through it, so that needs to be progressing for a little bit. Let's do some additional expenditures here. So over in Molina, we can upgrade our trip hammers. Phenomenal. What else can we do? No, we're not going to be challenged for this artifact. That's fine. This is a level 2 castle. We should upgrade that. Do we have any holdings within our two capitals that are two capital duchies that are not fully upgraded? Because if we do, those should really be the priority. This is Aragonese. Yeah, that's the core problem up over this way, is Aragonese culture doesn't have that at this point, which is mildly unfortunate to be sure, but that's relatively fine. Okay, so are we still truced with this guy? Yes, we should definitely still be truced here. So Fazan would then be the goal, and then after that we have basically no CBs, right? We can't go up this way. Aquitaine we have... Actually, we do have a de jure claim on, and Really, we could get the Kingdom of Aquitaine, but this guy would be independent because we don't have that title. We don't have the Empire title yet. So that is definitely a bit of an issue. Looking at the overall Empire title down here in Maghreb, we need another 12 counties. So that's certainly something that we can work on. We have 2 irons in the fire on getting an Empire level title. We need this culture to be promoted, and then we'll need to do some reshuffling over here. And then we can also, if that one for whatever reason doesn't pan out, we can always get Maghreb. And that'll be the idea. So that, of course, means we go after Fazan here, which is 3 counties. So we're going to Holy War for Duchy. And we're going to drop our forces here. We need to become an emperor as soon as possible. That is definitely stifling our expansion. No doubt about that. Not being an emperor is rough. This should be sufficient forces, I would think. And we're going to head on over. Actually, we can't go that way without taking attrition. We'll go here, 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 I guess, and we'll see where their army is going. It's going kind of awkwardly. We'll see what happens with that. A Crusade or 2? Yeah, that would definitely work. Maybe. Crusades are iffy on whether they'll work or not, and it basically depends on whether we participate or not at this point. So that's, you know, mildly awkward. We do have 73,000 troops. Holy crap, I just noticed that. The HRE is... This is not a fair comparison right now. The HRE is currently dealing with a claim war, like an internal claim war. And so their numbers are significantly lower than what they likely would actually be. So if we were to look at this here, yeah, we can see that this is 55,000 and 25,000. So they have comparable numbers to us, but that's not going to be the numbers that their top-level liege has once that gets sorted. They'll probably have slightly lower than us in actuality. So I do believe that we are once again the most powerful, well, certainly the most powerful kingdom. Because the HRE in Crusader Kings is technically an empire. Technically an empire. We're now known as the Repulsive, which, you know, is great. Absolutely wonderful. And we're going to hop on over here and finish up this war. 3 additional counties over here in the Empire of Maghreb would be absolutely great. We will have to go after this guy, and since we hold the Kingdom of Africa, we can just do de jure against him. However, we are truced, so we would be a truce breaker. We would very much prefer not to break that truce. War's over. We will enforce these demands and disband our troops. So at this point, we should grant these titles out. And this really probably should have a duchy, or have the duchy granted out, but we're not hitting vassal limits right now. So I guess for the moment, it's okay. We can definitely start working on dukes a little later on. We could go fishing. Sure. Apparently our wife likes fishing, so spending time with our wife does seem like a productive thing to do. Excellent. For now, we are going to upgrade some buildings. We need to spend down our gold. And all of these seem absolutely fine-ish. Yeah, that's okay. I would like to check this castle up here. It's still building. Okay, that's definitely a castle that we want to get upgraded to level 3. That would be ideal. But unfortunately, the option is not currently there. We will get there eventually. Okay, hunting grounds are looking good, and nothing really else to be done. We could hold court, but we're not going to. This guy is technically a vassal. We're not going to do that. Cool. Okay, so we know that we're really close here now. We need 9 additional de jure counties. We do get a stewardship perk that we can grab, and cutting cornerstones would probably be the way to go here. How are we doing on our cultural conversion? 40% done. Okay. Cool. So we managed to successfully tutor our son. Fantastic. What I want to do now, of course, we just can't do yet. Sway and illusion culture, huh? Baskar of superior moral fiber. I'm sure that's true. We don't want to gain the stress because we're arrogant. So, Baskar of superior moral fiber, we're going to act in character for our character here. And this is actually not acceptable. We do have a lot of money coming in now. About 350 gold per month. And this is not even maximal in terms of income. We're going to be getting a lot more money than this. Sure, showing the count in his gold. I accept your generous gifts. So we need a new marshal, and it will be this guy. That looks good. We don't care about either of these for the time being. All we need right now is this cultural promotion to finish up. It's 45% done right now, and we don't have any further expansion we can do down here unless this truce is up, but it's not. This will be the one that will end first. So we will definitely be going for that. Do we have any kingdoms down here that we can yoink? No. Okay. That's fine. No yoinkable kingdoms. That's absolutely okay. At this point, we have definitely officially eclipsed the amount of territory that we had previously, at least in the southern direction. We're lacking a little bit of the French territory that we had previously, but that's fine. We're not too concerned about that. Head of Faith. I don't suppose he has gold. No, he doesn't have gold. Okay, that's fine. Our wife is pregnant, which at this point is possibly not great, but we'll see. Challenge for artifact? No thanks. Okay, we're going to unpause here. I don't like how it pauses when they demand the artifact, but whatever, I get it. It's because they're demanding a thing and you have to respond to it, right? But, I don't know. It feels like it should auto-resume when you deal with that event. That's what it feels like, anyway. So we're going to end up upgrading this castle in like 6 months. That's fine. We've got a lot of upgrades to be done here. We're going to get this guild going, and we can sell trivial titles, which we definitely will do. Okay, get out of here. So we're going to build a guild here. What else are we going to look to build? Well, more hunters guilds. That's fine. We're really getting close to maxing out a lot of these locations. That's for sure. But we're not quite there yet. And, of course, we have a lot of locations that we want to personally hold. 5, to be precise. That's a lot of domain limit, to be clear. That's a whole lot of domain limit. And I think it's pretty unlikely that we end up getting that much. No, we decline this, and we decline this. Cool. Checking in on our truce down over this way. Nope, still there. How much longer on that? It can't be that much longer. 5 months? Okay, sure. Synergizing friendship. Okay, that's fine. So we're getting to the point now where it's starting to get more difficult to spend our money. This is, of course, a good problem to have. But it's reaching the point of no return on that one. We'll see how much further this ends up going. 356 gold per month is a lot of gold per month. Demand artifact. No, get out of here. It's definitely a lot of gold per month, and it is challenging to spend it all. But we will get there. This city could use some. Perfect. Yep, we've definitely got, ooh, a building slot over here. Really? Put in blacksmiths. Absolutely. I didn't realize there was an empty building slot there. That's insane. Okay, so we'll put in a simple windmill here and upgrade our workshops. That all seems good. So basically at this point, we're able to keep our buildings maximally constructing for the time being. That will change when our tech goes up. But that will probably happen, I'm guessing here, that'll probably happen after we get all of these maxed out. Now, this one's pretty expensive, but it would definitely be good to do. That'll get us 0.3 gold per month after all. It'll take a while to pay off, but that's fine. We don't actually care about ROI. ROI is completely irrelevant in this game. We just care about increasing our per month amount. So, what is this marriage? Who is this guy? King of Serbia. I'm going to decline this. That's our player heir. We probably want someone very specific for our player heir. We did just inherit this county over here, and we definitely don't want to hold that. So we'll grant that out to someone who is of the correct faith and culture. That all looks good. This ransom, actually, we probably should have accepted that one. But it's fine. I want to check on our cultural progress. Almost to 80%. Great. So we're mostly just chilling here, but we probably should declare this war right now. We could do a holy war for kingdom. That's intriguing. Do we want to use that here? That would get us this empire title, almost certainly. That said, it's honestly not that far away. We declare here, and we can get de jure duchies. We can't press all of our de jure claims at this moment, but we can definitely do something like that, which means that we could save our Kingdom Holy War for something potentially more valuable like Egypt once we get over there. How old are we? 34? We have time. So we could go for like Ghana, we could go for Hausaland. We'll need to have borders with them. So that would mean declaring war on this guy for a duchy level claim. Ideally, one like this that creates us additional borders down here. So we'll do that for now. That'll be absolutely fine. We'll drop our rally point here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms. We're going to raise a few levy troops. We honestly don't need more than about 10k here. And we'll just go take these territories and then probably walk around through Ghana. Oh, this is 70,000 troops. That's a little overkill. I'm not going to lie. We should probably send some of these home. We don't need to be spending nearly this much money. We'll keep like 30,000. This is still overkill. So these 47,000 we're going to send home. Much better. I didn't expect them to raise quite that quickly. So that's all good. We actually see an army down here. Is that his full army? No, that is not. It is commanded by ruler, though. So that's pretty solid. We have a reasonable chance of capturing him here. Phase just transitioned into compromise. So that means that we can convert, but at a slower speed. Okay. So we're going to get started up over here. There we go. And this siege will be over relatively shortly. Yeah, 15 days on that one. Once this war is over, I'm hoping at that point we can end the Iberian struggle. We're at 87.2 here, so we're definitely making solid progress. Oh, this is a castle right here. I didn't even see that. Phenomenal. So we'll grab this castle first. We're at 35% right now. I don't know where the rest of his forces are. Oh, out over here. Okay. Yeah, it's an awkwardly shaped realm that this guy has. We're cleaning up some border gore here for sure. So that's all well and good. We're at 43% right now. This will net us ticking war score. It'll not end the war, almost certainly. Yeah, 57. So we're going to, I think, make our way up over here. That'll be 9 months. Actually, here. That'll be 6 months. And we can get some additional sieging done up there. In the meantime, let's check in. 94% on our cultural promotion. Now, before we can do any of this, we do need... And did this guy die? No, we're just maxed. Okay, perfect. We do need to be out of war before we can do this. And I want to double check the kingdom title here. Okay, this is de jure drifting, but it's 91 years away. So that should be okay. No issue there at all. So it will take a few months to wander on over here, and this will be finishing up in a few months as well. Hopefully similar timing here. What is this faction? Ah, it's that Liberty faction brewing up again. This might not actually be a problem. We'll see what happens after we end the Iberian struggle. For now, of course, we're just making our way on over. This guy did finish his siege over here, which is sad. But whatever. It'll take us some time to move in over this way. What is this alliance? A strange noise, huh? This is with the Count of Marrakesh? Sure. That's fine. Okay, we'll take the biggest gift. That was an axe. Cool. And we'll get this siege underway. So ticking war scores under our control at this point and ticking on up. This siege will bring us back up to 73%, so it is theoretically possible that by the time this siege happens, we'll be good to go. Now, this has converted over here, so I do want to start working on a cultural conversion back up here again. And now we need to get out of this war before we can end the Iberian struggle. But we can end it at this moment, in theory. Assuming I'm reading the tooltip correctly. And it shouldn't be a big deal if this doesn't work for whatever reason, but I believe that it will. This artifact is fine, and when is this faction going to fire? 14 months? Okay, we've got time. We might just fight that faction. We'll see. They have completed a second siege over here, which is lame. That, of course, means we have to wander all the way up here in order to end this war. These guys are being awkward over here. That said, ticking war score does mean that we are progressing during this time period. It's just kind of slow. 11 months on that Liberty faction now. Okay, like I said, we should have time here. I'm not too concerned. Hopefully we arrive here and get this siege done. They just had fairly closely clustered castles over here. Closely clustered castles. Quite the alliteration there. Okay, what a shambles. And we're going to finish this siege. Hopefully we finish it before they finish theirs, and that might end the war. Yes. Okay. War is over, so we enforce these demands and disband our troops. We're, of course, going to have to hand out this territory over here, which we will do. There we go. Next. The question is this guy part of the faction? I kind of doubt it. 100% chance. Okay. So we revoke this title, which he isn't going to be happy about, but that's fine. We revoke that title. Now we do something cheeky, and we move our realm capital here. Is there a cooldown on moving it back? Once per life. Okay, so we're going to have to move it back. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have to move it back next life, but now we can end the struggle. That's the important thing here. So we end the Iberian struggle, and we could gain faith hostility and holy war costs for duchies against other involved faiths. Domination hostility is actually very interesting here. Faith hostility advantage +5. Yeah, I like it. There we go. So there's the Iberian struggle over. At long last. We're also going to grab home estates, giving us 11 domain. And we can't grant out our realm capital, of course. We would like to move our realm capital back to Toledo, but that'll have to be a next life sort of thing. For now, it is time to put a cut in here. We have another dynasty legacy? Apparently so. Do we want to go down like erudition? Private army. Yeah. We grab House of Warriors here. Okay, so that'll be fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we should have the Empire of Hispania now, right? Or the ability to create it? The ability to create it. We'll do that right now. We're now a mighty emperor. That actually gives us another domain limit, which is wonderful. So Hispania has been created. The Iberian struggle ended. And now we just need to clean up the aftermath of it, which is our capital situation. And we will get that solved. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.